taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Good day, man. Having a bit of tea, a spot of tea, chamomile tea. Nah, man, you know what to do, man. A lot of Del Boss LB in the building, aka Shuttleworth the God, the GOAT artist. You know what I mean, RingGangRadio.com in the building. World is a op, streaming everywhere. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good, yo? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go.
Hey, King P, Bodega P. Now, are there any new people that need to be added to that? They can't enter the goddamn bodega today.
Yes. Brooklyn Nets owner Joseph Tsai is banned from the bodega. Fuck you. You're not allowed in anymore. Sell the team. Fuck you. That's all I got to say about that.
Hold on. And light-skinned niggas who argue with other light-skinned niggas.
Yes. Light-skinned niggas that argue with other light-skinned niggas are not allowed in the bodega. We support our fellow light-skinned niggas. You stay on code, motherfucker.
Tell them.
Yeah, you got to stay on code. Although I am not light-skinned, I appreciate, I admire the resolve. Yes.
I mean, you be late a few times. We'll make you an honorary one.
That goes against my nature, though. I can't do that. But I got last and certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
Hey, what's fly? It's your boy Conscious Pod, aka the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender, preparing for liftoff. Destination Ring Gang Radio. Let's fly. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. No turbulence. Conscious Pod stays elevated above the clouds. You dig? So, yeah, man, we had some interesting weekend of boxing. Of course, starting with the Bivol Zurdo card. Before we get into that, I gotta say one thing: Eddie needs to lay off getting the unknown Mexicans on his card because there were almost a couple of upsets on that shit. So a couple of near upsets. The Yafai brothers, like the one Cal Yafai, after he got his ass whooped by Chocolatito, nearly lost to a Filipino journeyman. He got taken up out there in the first couple of rounds, and he barely won. And then the other Yafai almost lost to a guy that only had 1 KOs in 14 fights. So Eddie needs to learn his lesson. You better not
Nah, he need them because they make the card interesting. Like when you start putting these random Mexicans on there and Pinoy fighters, you get you get fireworks. You get some interesting bouts and his own matchroom bouts don't really be having it like that. Like he has to damn play Marvel Capcom and switch up rosters and do all that shit, and you end up getting a pretty entertaining card. I mean, you do when you get him and Oscar and they match their fighters up and shit. It works. It comes off straight. You had a pretty good solid card.
Yeah, and it was especially the main card, the fight. The fact that when Cal Yafai actually had to go to the hospital because he got, the beating he got was a little bit too much. So he had to go to the hospital after the fight with that journeyman. So yeah, the Yafai brothers, you might need to be careful with how.
You have to be careful. You have to be careful.
These Yafai brothers are mid as fuck. They're basically the Yemen version of the Pauls of the Smith brothers. Fuck out.
Oh damn!
And you know what? I don't even see. I think the Smith brothers are better.
They're better. Some of them were just unlucky.
Yeah.
They all had mid-ass careers though. So
at least the Filipinos put on that card.
Yeah,
I mean the Yafai brothers are more like
Maloney's.
Yeah, there you go. See,
I think the Maloney's are better than them. Well, I'm partial because they held me down during.
Well, there's only 2 Maloney's. There's 3 Yafais.
There's 3 of these guys.
Yes.
And the Maloney's are better in my opinion.
Yeah, they are. So yeah, but I mean,
they're kind of low on the brother totem pole, actually.
Yeah, until one of them actually like wins a legit title.
And Galal was the one that was supposed to be highly decorated, and he looked like struggle against a guy named after an anime character. Like
Gohan. Gohan. Yeah, but Gohan though he was fighting something like forgot with one KO. He was like he had dude bleeding. Like I was.
Hey, nigga, that Piccolo training paid off, man. You can't blame the dude, man. He did his best, man. Shit.
Yeah, like I was impressed by dude's effort. Like dude put some hands on him. It sucked because he probably should have won the fight, or it should have been a draw.
He low-key should have, but you know how they do.
Right, though. But I mean, it definitely set off the card. And then probably the best fight on the card was the Barrett Rakhmonov fight. Like that one was actually that one was almost close to. I mean, to me, it was damn good too. But
Barrett was winning that shit, and it's he just fucking fell apart. Like
because most people they were trying to blame it on a leg. It wasn't a leg injury. Dude was just moving a little bit too much, and he burned his legs out. That's pretty much what it was. Like. Yeah,
and the thing is, just like he was outworking dude, but he always stood right there to get the return fire, and he would get clocked with one good shot, like every 3-1. And it's like, damn, dude, you don't need to be taking these hits if you're putting these type of hands on dude. And it's like
I saw that. Damn. I saw the ending of result happening like 2 or 3 rounds before it actually happened. I'm like, all right, we already know how this is going to end because he's just being reckless and just leaving himself right there for a return fire every time.
Yeah, Rakhmonov. Like, I mean, and he got put down too. Like he got put down with an uppercut, I think, or something like that. And like dude looked like he was almost taken out of there, but he let dude off the hook. But yeah, like Barrett kept on looking for counters, and like
you're not supposed to lose that type of fight when you're in Barrett's shoes.
Yeah, and Rakhmonov like once Barrett's legs decided that to quit. Rakhmonov just he tore him apart quickly. He took him out of it.
He couldn't get off the ropes. He would get stuck in corners. It's like, dude, like you better watch some Keith Thurman. Use that fucking ring.
Yeah, and I mean, Barrett's. He's still a young fighter, So it's like, yeah, I mean, you learn from your mistakes and stuff like that, But yeah, that was a fight he had in the bag, but. Yeah, but I was thinking, he moved too damn much, and it cost him the fight because,
remember, he was throwing hard. It wasn't just a moving. He was fighting like Freitas on performance enhancers.
Yeah, no, he was doing it, but his fitness was up to par. So, I mean, I was happy for Rakhmonov. Like, it's like, hey, he finally, after the JoJo fight, I was like, damn, like, it was a legit draw though. But at least I was happy to say, hey, he got himself a belt. But that was a good fucking fight. I was impressed. Like
he's getting some good fights.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely big ups to him. I know he's got to face Cordina now. Once Cordina gets off from his hand surgery or whatever the fuck. But yeah, no, that was a really good fight. And then the fight that just had me absolutely rolling because I just couldn't believe how bad she fought. With Jessica McCaskill and Chantel Cameron, I don't know what McCaskill was doing in her camp. I honestly don't know why she fought the way she fought, but she looked horrible. Like she fought like a jobber. Like you
would have never guessed it was undisputed in a division above.
Yeah,
I gotta apologize because I always used to jokingly call her the female Emmanuel Augustus. Well, I apologize to Emmanuel Augustus because she looked more like Raleigh Romero than fucking Emmanuel Augustus.
Yeah, she was more Rolly. She was more Rolly than Emmanuel Burton.
Well, she looked bad the first 5 rounds. Like Mannix was right as the part when he was saying how it looked like she had she lost a step. Like she was almost looking like Chocolatito in the second Soran Visay fight. Like she just showed up lethargic, talk about eating a 12-ounce steak, like moving like a fat ass, really.
Yeah, it was just like good.
Like you ate a sandwich and niggas was like, all right, you gotta run 2 laps.
Yeah, she basically felt she had itis. It was just like, Cameron was just boxing her up. Like it was just nothing. I was like. She was over there, McCaskill. It was like a wonder. I was like, you watch her, it's like, damn, she's actually a whole champion. Like, this is how she fights. Like, she was capable.
I mean, she was still mad, but she was getting outboxed so much. Only her power and awkwardness was keeping her in the fight for the first half.
But the funny thing is too is Cameron was pushing her back. So I mean, the power was like, yeah, I mean, she'd land every now and then, but it wasn't like she was able to do her bully shit. Like Cameron was pushing her around.
She wasn't even working in the clinch though. Like Cameron was bullying her in the clinch and working in the clinch. McCaskill wasn't even doing that, which she normally does. So she definitely, she had to warm up on some Golovkin shit.
Yeah, and then she did come on in the later rounds. I mean, she did cause a cut on Cameron's on the bridge of her nose and stuff like that. I think she is, but it was just way too late. She gave away too many rounds doing whatever the fuck she was doing, and yeah, she already knew she was, so it was just congrats to Cameron, for staying with her game plan, and then even though she kind of lost the last 3 rounds or so, at least clearly that it was just she still hung in there and fought her tough, But yeah, I was honestly, I was actually thinking. I mean, I had Cameron. I mean, when we did the previous, I thought Cameron would win, but I didn't think I would see McCaskill just look so bad. If
McCaskill would have fought like she did the second half and start the fight like that, she wins to me.
So you think she probably gave Cameron too much respect then?
That, and she just, the aggression's it's like somebody put her on PG-13 mode when she normally fights at rated R.
Right,
and that's what it looked like. It seemed like they didn't let her out the cage until the 6th round, and then that's when she starts putting all her moves together, because McCaskill, she's unique in a way where she'll lure and bait you and throw a damn Roy Jones style pull counter, and then an Orlando Salido uppercut, and then a Emmanuel Augustus straight left,
and then that's like K9 Bundridge.
yeah, and then some K9 Bundridge forearm right hand type of punch, Mayorga left hook, and she'll do this all within 6 seconds, and you'll get all of that. Right. So it's of course, some of them shits is gonna land, because she literally did some Taskmaster shit and took everybody's signature punch and threw them all at you at one time. I was literally seeing this shit. This is what she was literally doing. It was crazy. To see Cameron just still kind of just be composed and damn, took the Roy Jones shit. You ain't gonna hit me with the Salido shit. I'm gonna miss this one. Hold on. Let me box your ass now. Pow, 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 pow. Oh, right hand, bitch. Hold on, calm down. And it was a good, solid performance. She really tamed McCaskill.
She sure did.
And like you said, even when she lost the late rounds, she still hung in there, fought tough, and still, let her know, okay, yeah, you winning these, but you not winning these,
Right, yeah.
So and it did set it up where I would be interested in seeing a rematch, and I like the fact that Cameron is trying to own her on some, hey, look, you gave me the opportunity, you came down here, and this shit was so easy for me that I'm willing to go up 7 pounds and take your shit.
Right.
So I'm gonna just own this whole welterweight block.
And I hope that happens, because me and LB were talking about this. While the fight was going on, I was saying that my only problem with this fight, it was how Cameron was doing is, I'm like, watch Cameron now. Eddie Hearn used Cameron as a way to bully Serrano into signing the contract on their terms, because if not, they're gonna give Cameron the Taylor fight, because you know how Eddie is. So go to 147, fight her at 147, and leave Taylor to Serrano.
Facts. And you know what? I think Serrano's already made it up to where they're gonna fight in Ireland. Like I could have sworn I've seen.
She said it. Yeah, she said.
Post, yeah.
She said she'll
She called
fight
it on
Ireland.
Twitter. Yeah, she called it on Twitter. She wants that Katie Taylor fight.
Yeah.
And now in my head, I'm just like, y'all niggas is really trying to damn
Alicia wants a piece too.
try a brand new market over there that this lady never fought in before. But y'all just believe in Eddie Hearn that she's the most popular women's boxer in the world and draw so many people, yada 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 yada. And her biggest fights were always fucking. She's a co-main,
Right.
but yeah, I don't care. These niggas can fight on the motherfucking pyramid for all I care. If they fight somewhere, I don't mind, long as they fight. So, but I definitely want to see McCaskill and Cameron again. It was a competitive enough fight where I could see a run back.
Right.
And I still give McCaskill a chance because she has success. Like, if you know,
I also wonder too if maybe
Weight cut.
going down to 140 might have maybe took a little toll on her.
Yeah, it definitely did.
I think so. Like, I'm not a fan of this dropping weight to fucking make significant fights,
Yeah, 147.
especially
champ-
by that much, like 7 pounds.
A 147 champ going down. You never hear that in boxing. I mean, for the other belts, but
Nah,
feel
you do. Fucking Chad Dawson. Oh my god, I hate that
back in the
decision.
day. Yeah, when he
That
was
shit feel like yesterday, nigga.
Yeah, it definitely feels like yesterday to me. You know, it's the one because one of the worst.
And then Bivol be there mentioning that shit all the time with Canelo. Like, dude, light heavyweight. The fuck this damn 168.
Yeah, I don't want Bivol to move down to fight Canelo. I don't. Yeah.
And I don't know why niggas at light heavyweight keep thinking they can flirt with them super middleweight like that. Like, y'all niggas left that for a reason.
Right. I mean,
Nobody else do that shit. Like, light heavyweight's the only division people just say that shit in. I don't know what it is.
Right. I mean, shit. I mean, Superman was a fucking super middleweight until he decided to jump in, to go to light heavyweight, and he never after that he never once said, "Oh, I want to go back to 168." No, keep your ass at light heavyweight. When you can knock out people at light heavyweight, stay your ass there. It's like,
Facts. Like, he decided to be Superman, not Superboy. So, like,
yeah.
the fuck, we wasn't gonna go back down. Like, been there, done that.
Yeah, but yeah, weight jumping is it's very dangerous. You shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, McCaskill. Well, let's see what happens with if they do this rematch at 147. See what McCaskill does.
She was living up to that damn nickname Mayor and everyone else be calling her. That damn McNoskill.
Yeah.
Jeez, like just
I'm not gonna go that far and call her McNoskill. I was calling her McStumskill.
Nah, nigga, I think I texted you that shit. Nigga, I said that.
No, I've said that too. Me and we've both said that.
Cause she was turning it around. Like, at first it was like, first couple rounds was like McNoskill, then McSumskill, then McMoreskill. Like,
she heated up too late. Like by the 8th or 9th, it was like, okay, this looks like semblance of the same boxer we've seen before, but it took a while. Too long.
Yeah, it took too long, and maybe if Cameron wasn't as tough as she was, maybe it would have worked. Maybe she could have took over late and hurt her, and, really kind of did something major. But Cameron just too much resolve, too much poise, too much class.
There was too much. Yeah, so salute to Chantel Cameron for doing what she needed to do. And McCaskill, I just hope, like I said, if you do that shit at welterweight, because it's not gonna look good if you go back to your own division and you still get outboxed like that. You still get bullied the way you did.
Yeah, like I'm tired of seeing big niggas get bullied like this year. Like,
I want to see if any of like the 130, between Michaela and Alicia and 135 of Serrano and Taylor. I wonder if they want to go move up, a couple weight classes, because women boxing seems like they can do that a little more, freely or easier. They all got names, so because I mean, who else can you name?
If they want to make big fights, they're gonna have to do that.
Right.
That's just the game, man. And if I was them, I would petition for 12-round fights. You know, tackle that. You know what I mean? The 3 minutes have come.
What's more important, the minutes or the rounds?
The rounds.
Yeah, I mean, I want 3 minutes.
The minutes. The minutes for me. It's 3 minutes. I want 3 minutes more than 12 rounds.
Because I feel like the reason why I say 12 rounds because I feel like the women's fights go by too quick, and I think a lot of them get better toward the end, and some of them be gassing out like toward the end as well. And I feel like the last 2 rounds will really be that test. Like, can y'all do 4 more minutes? Like, because they're so used to that frantic pace. Can you do 4 more minutes of that? Could you bring it all together? And I think it would be the difference in a lot of fights. Imagine if McCaskill got 2 more rounds against Cameron.
Yeah, probably would have probably had a draw. At least had a chance to squeak out like a very close victory. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's possible. It's just don't get me wrong. The Superbad and Esparza, like,
yeah, that was a 3-minute fight, and that was
they teased us real good with that.
Yeah, I mean that was because when we got 3 minutes of that, and they were like, you know, they were beating the shit out of each other. Like,
but I think they was such a special case.
Yeah,
like you could have gave them 1 minute rounds, and
right,
fucking, we'd be like, oh god damn, like. They could have played it to 30-second rounds and we'd be enjoying that shit. So
yeah.
I don't know if the majority of the women's boxers will be able to. I think they might start looking like heavyweights out there or some shit, man. I don't know if they could do 3 minutes like that.
I mean, I honestly think that, more stoppages would happen either by gassing or by accumulation. Like if they had that in there.
I see both sides of that.
Yeah, I'm kind of neutral. I see both sides.
Yeah, but because every single time I said 3 minutes, that's like, Superbad and Esparza. That's the perfect fight. Like, why women
might have to do a poll tomorrow.
Word.
Didn't we didn't do that poll? I thought we did that.
Nope, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Damn, I thought we did that.
We talked about it before.
Well, we didn't poll, but yeah, I either way, like I think women's boxing has evolved past, you know, just 2 minute rounds, 10 rounds. Like I think they evolved.
Yeah, we like next year we need to get one or the other. Like I'm more for the 12 rounds, but if somehow we got 3 minute rounds first, I welcome either one. Like I'll be cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like the 12 rounds would really, like, I feel like Mayor Baumgartner would probably be better. Shields Marshall would have went to damn Corrales Castillo levels.
Right. I wish we'd have saw 2 more of Taylor Serrano. I mean, Cade Taylor Serrano.
Yeah, Taylor Serrano. Yeah, 2 more rounds.
I could have saw 4 or 5 more of them rounds.
No, if it was 3 minutes, Taylor would have been out of there in that 6th round. Taylor would have been out of there.
She leaned on Serrano. That was some veteran shit, though.
That's where the 3 minutes comes. Like that's what I say. Like after that fight, I was never more convinced than ever that we need 3 minute rounds in women's boxing, because Taylor would have been out of there if it was 3 rounds. If it was 3 minutes.
But this is the thing, Serrano. You said that she had the same shit with the Hardy fight. Like she knows better. Like, look, man. If you mess up a KO or you can't get someone out of there 1 round and you hurt them bad, niggas act like you don't have a rest of the fight. If you're truly a puncher and a skilled puncher, you're gonna find a way to hurt them again, and recreate the situation. But the thing is, with Serrano, she can't recreate the situation. Not to say that these broads ain't fighting back, but she starts gunning for the KO and she'll drop her hands, and she started following Katie Taylor. And Katie Taylor, who has quick hands and some pop, she just started lighting Serrano up. And when she saw she had that success, that emboldened her. And then it's like, you get you a damn fight of the year now, because one lady's heat seeking and zombie walking her, and the other lady's fighting for her life. I mean, so I think you could have got a KO either way, and
Yeah,
12 rounds or in 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, but yeah, I just hope
But Serrano still let her off the hook.
She sure did. She sure the fuck did.
Yeah, either way you want to call it, still let her off the hook.
Right, and also I gotta say salute Rome and salute any guy. I saw you. Yeah, I saw y'all in the comments. Salute. But yeah, no, yeah, but yeah, it was we need women's fight needs one or the other. Like you know, and yeah, I personally, I definitely can't. I can't stress that enough. 2023, because like I said, we'll easily get more fight of the years when you have women just either forced to really dig deep for one or the other. But digging deep though was something that one fighter in the main event definitely did not fucking do. Like he didn't even try. Of course, I'm talking about Zurdo's big ass. Like it's like really, bro. Like I mean, you're out there looking like a whole like every bit of a fucking
cruiserweight
out here.
Look like a cruiserweight out there.
Yeah, it's like you look big as fuck, bro. Like what is it with this is the thing I can't stand. Why is it with you have a size advantage like that? Why won't you fucking? And you're fucking Mexican. Why won't you fucking use it? Like I don't know what else. He let Bivol. Like basically the story of the fight was Bivol got off first. Bivol bullied him around the fucking ring. Like I was like, are you kidding me?
But see, this is the thing, man. Look, Zurdo wasn't looking bad the first half. No, it was competitive. I thought he was actually winning the first half at one point. Like,
you can give him a couple rounds, but
yeah, I don't think he was. He was not.
Yeah, no, I gave him the second and the third, but
yeah, I felt like he won the second and the third. Like, you could either have him 3-1 or 2-2.
I had
it in the first. Like you could have it one of those. Like
I had it 3-1. I think I'm pretty sure for Bivol.
Wow. But see, okay, what I'm saying is like, and the thing is, excuse me, I'm sorry. Zurdo was right there every step of the way, and he was outboxing Bivol. But the thing is, he was supposed to elevate that game. You're not supposed to go in there and outbox Bivol for 12 rounds. If your game plan is to outbox Bivol and you have success doing it, know that success is going to have a ceiling and expiration on it.
Facts.
And it was getting that way around the fourth round where he was pausing and waiting too much, and then Bivol realized like, okay, he's not going to pressure me before this boxing. He's just going to try to see if he can still box. I don't know what he's deciding on, but I'm going to just outwork him. I'm going to be first. And I just don't like this guy, so I'm going to put a little more oomph on him because he's bigger and he's too confident. And so Bivol started lighting him up and backing him up and just over and over. And every now and then, Zurdo would counter or he'll throw some heat back, but he could never sustain it. But in the earlier rounds when he was winning, I felt like he was snapping Bivol's head back, and he was landing some good clean body shots. Like, that's why I felt like he did better than Canelo, because I actually saw him land more clean shots than Canelo did.
He did land some clean body shots, but at the time, a lot of those body shots were more like pity patty body shots.
I'm talking about to the head. I'm talking about head shots. I never saw Canelo snap Bivol head back.
I expected Bivol.
I'm talking about the body shots, like he did pity pat body work. Like if he actually dug some body
it wasn't crazy. Nah, it wasn't crazy. They were just scoring body shots.
That's what I'm saying. But if he actually dug in and threw some actual body shots, he could have slowed down Bivol a little bit.
Yeah. But didn't Canelo try to do that, and he was just hitting.
Well, he was like Canelo was blatantly arm punching.
Right, yeah. and doing that and getting
it wasn't
seriously,
and then wasn't landing, and then he was taking way more breaks than Zurdo. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know. Zurdo seemed like he tried more than Canelo did. Canelo was literally just sitting on the ropes at times, not doing shit against Bivol.
I expected Bivol to assert his physicality and his body more. You know, I mean, like, when you want to compare the fights, I mean, Bivol won 19-5 against the Mexicans. Like basically,
Right.
like
Yeah.
he's an executioner now.
Yeah. I mean, he's at the end of the day, like he made the whole country look bad. Like he beat up two of the top fighters. Like, whether you want to have a semantic battle about who looked worse or who won more rounds,
the worst thing
at the end of the day, they both got schooled.
It was 18-6 at most. 18-6.
But Canelo shit looks worse because he was a 5-1 favorite. That's what niggas got to remember. So to me, him being a 5-1 favorite and losing 10 rounds out of 12 to me is worse than damn fucking Zurdo winning 3 rounds, looking like an underdog or whatever.
Although if I could play Monday morning quarterback for a second, in retrospect, Bivol should have never been a 5-1 underdog.
Right, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Bivol
he was more like a 2-1, 3-1.
2-1 is what he should have been.
Who do you think?
But he wasn't. But that's the thing. You got to remember how Bivol was looking. Bivol was looking mid as fuck. He was looking mid as fuck.
Yeah, like the Craig Richards fight was probably the closest you ever seen, like Bivol, like on a legitimately close fight.
He wasn't even the fights he was dominating. He wasn't looking good. He wasn't making niggas try to add one mixtapes and shit about him. Like,
no, I was watching that Pascal fight. He was beating the shit out of Pascal though. I was watching that recently.
Oh, that's Pascal, fucking old
Pascal. Like he
super
got so many other
super soldier Pascal. Oh.
So I'm just saying, like, even then, like he was still the fucking cherry pick gone wrong.
Oh, he was, yeah, definitely. Who you think Bivol
whether
lit up
niggas
more?
want to make him a lead or not? Like,
you think Bivol lit up Canelo more or Zurdo? Who you think?
Zurdo more.
Yeah, Zurdo. I mean, Zurdo was getting his head snapped all the
He was
back.
snapping his shit back a few times.
Yeah, I mean,
but Zurdo, because Zurdo don't have the defensive skills, and he was there to hit more. He tried more. He's a bigger target. Canelo was literally just doing like defensive drills.
Mm-hmm.
And Bivol wasn't opening up as much as Canelo. He was doing just enough to keep Canelo outworked. Whereas against Zurdo, he was really like saying, fuck this big nigga, and ripping shots and digging at him and really putting punches together. You can see it on his face, like he had a little different vibe with him.
Yeah, she was disgusting. Like it was incredibly disgusting to watch. Just to watch him, like his and the fact that his trainers were telling him shit too. But this motherfucker was like, get up, went out there and was like nothing, especially in the last couple of rounds, like nothing. Like,
dog, his trainer was so trash. Like, what the fuck? How did he? I mean, I know his record's padded 44-0, but like, how did he get that far with that trainer? Because that trainer was not saying shit to him, dog.
Bush League trainer.
That was
Dude, at the end of the day, Zurdo has enough world class experience. He's boxed enough where he's in the ring with Bivol. He's the fighter. He has to figure it out himself. It was one of those things. It was not too much shit you could tell him to do. Like, go forward. You was already pumping the jab. If you pumping the jab, throw punches behind it. Dip your head, feint, and go to town. Go to work. Like, he kept just waiting, pawing jab. And of course somebody's gonna just say fuck it and be first.
mm-hmm.
So, that's his fault. Like, no one the trainer shouldn't have to point that out. The Bivol wasn't doing anything spectacular in the early rounds for him to be damn, looking so like he wanna continue to box.
Yeah, it was
Second Mexican in a row on the zone that damn decided that they could damn have the wrong game plan and win.
right.
In the fight, they had a chance.
Right.
Fucking JoJo's supposed to box. He wants to brawl it out. Zurdo supposed to brawl it out. He wants to fucking box. What's wrong with these niggas?
Yeah. It's just like Zurdo had the nerve to say that the shit was close and he should have won and shit like that. And I was like,
what the fuck? Yeah, he was sounding like a goofy with that shit.
Like no, like well, ain't no loss. Like you got beaten wide too. It makes it worse, man, because we're because there were years where it was where this nigga was from, what this nigga was doing, like, and this is what you do in your biggest fight, and it's not. I mean, people forget he's a former fucking champion too, And so like this is what you do. Like seriously, you go in there and just that's how you want to lose your zero. Like
that was he didn't go. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, he went out with a he didn't go out with a bang.
Whimper,
whimper.
Yeah, I mean, if dude wants to continue, I mean, if he wants to look for a title, then he should just go up to cruiserweight. Then he might actually pick up a title there.
Yeah, fight Makabu, maybe.
Something like that. Yeah,
but if he's gonna fight like how he fought against Bivol, then man, he can probably chill with all of that.
Yeah,
like, no one trying to stay up to see him, box.
Right.
Like, you supposed to knock motherfuckers out. Like, Bivol wasn't running around the ring. Like, he was right there. Like, step to him. Shit, like, your jab was hitting his. Like, your jab was hitting him first. Like,
right.
Like, man, like, that shit was just frustrating to watch. Like, so I don't know, man. I don't know where he goes from here, but it could be from my TV. And Bivol basically, he's low key made himself the damn the forerunner for Fighter of the Year, really.
Really. Yeah, I mean, there's not. He's pretty uncontested. I mean, except for maybe a few fighters, But yeah, dude.
I mean, Bam will have a good argument, and so will Chocolatito if he beats Estrada.
I say, shout out to Shakur. Shakur should get a little bit of love, but Bam struggled with the guy around his age. So, I mean, he did a good job against the guy.
Struggled. I don't want to say he struggled.
He struggled, bro. To me,
he struggled, nigga.
It was competitive. I don't know about struggle, but I get it.
But it's the thing too, man. It's like, I don't know, like Canelo being a 5-1 favorite, and then the big Zurdo, like that's two real good wins, and it's like
that's two good wins, yeah.
It's like, yeah, you just shut up a whole country, like you literally
the whole country hates you now.
Yeah, like you Pacquiao them niggas.
They hate you at first. Now they loathe you. Now they really, really hate you. Being two of them,
and it's like, and it's not like you took their fan base on some Golovkin shit. Like, you just did it your whole way, your own different way. Like, got the decisions and everything, and it's like niggas hate you for that too. So, and back to back, it's like people think that you only beat Canelo because you're bigger than him. Wrong. You beat a guy who's bigger than you in the next fight, so now people had to really respect your boxing ability.
Right. And Bivol has skills. Bivol has a lot of skills, so it's not like so. So now pretty much the next move for him is hopefully once Butterbeef gets off his Mando with Anthony Yard, Eddie and Bob actually sit down and actually make the fight that people need to see at 175. Hopefully
we'll see, because Bob is all like, nobody wants to see that undisputed. Bivol's nobody gives a fuck about Bivol. Yeah, boring fighter.
Yeah, he be hating. But let's see what y'all got to say about it, because this is his second chance at a Russian. It might be some reverse shit. It might be the shit that's happening to Mexico now with Canelo Zurdo. It might happen back to them. So, and if you remember, those three countries were all in like some triangle. Remember, uppercut season started with damn Russia and the UK. Mm-hmm. And then you
ended with Mexico and the UK.
And then it's like you had big niggas getting whooped season, because then Canelo Smith, and then just the laundry list of damn UK fighters he was and Euros he was beating up during that time. That was bigger than him.
Yeah, the shit was just disgusting. It was just horrible. You know, watch that.
So and then at the same time, it's like you're having them, Laura upsetting Warrington. So you're having remember it's these three countries: Russia, Mexico, and the UK.
All mixing it up.
Mixing it up, and finally we have it to where like, okay, we had Kovalev in yard, Canelo, Kovalev. So we'll see, because then it'll be I don't think, because we haven't had it as both countries going against each other yet.
Right.
You talking about Bivol and Beterbiev?
Exactly. Because we didn't have no fucking Canelo Zurdo.
Right.
Real quick, who you like in that fight? Bivol, Beterbiev.
Wow.
Beterbiev. I'd still pick Beterbiev right now.
I think Beterbiev, because he'll actually let his hands go.
Yeah, he let his hands go. Yeah.
And that's the key to beating Bivol. Like,
he's gonna have to stop. I mean, like the only way from the win is knocking out Bivol.
Beterbiev's gonna stop him. I'm putting all my chips on that.
Damn,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Y'all sound like some Mexicans right now.
No.
It's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight.
It's 50-50 or 60-40 Beterbiev, but I can see Bivol winning, but getting dropped late. But I just feel like Beterbiev either overwhelms him to the point where Bivol hangs on and loses a decision, or Beterbiev just kind of stops him in 11 for 12.
Yeah, because I mean, Beterbiev is one of the few champions that actually bodies people. He bodies people,
and he knows how to box. He's a
But see, this is the thing.
fundamental boxer.
If Bivol starts out fast, then that might be curtains for Beterbiev, because I don't think Bivol knows how dangerous he is, and I don't think Bivol will let him get back into the fight.
And nigga's 30. I mean, he's 37. He'll be 38, 39 by the time that fight happens. So,
but he's preserved. He's not
preserved.
like,
He's preserved.
Yeah. But my whole thing is, if Beterbiev doesn't jump on him early, Bivol might try to wash him.
Mm-hmm.
And the Zurdo fight kind of shows that, like, Bivol, he'll fight at that tempo for the whole night, like.
But he'll mix it up. He'll throw some flurries on you unexpectedly. You know what I mean? Like he'll kind of fight.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of times when Beterbiev, he has you beaten, it's like guys don't have nothing for him. Like, I don't think Bivol, unless he can one punch hurt Bivol, I don't think Bivol's gonna let him put a beating on him. Like, especially if Beterbiev doesn't get out there and hurt him early, or take an offensive advantage on him early.
Right.
Because Bivol, he's used to guys boxing on an elite level countering. Beterbiev could counter. He's used to Canelo. Now he's used to bullying and fighting bigger guys, and the strength and physicality. He fought Zurdo. Like, he actually fought two fighters that prepared him for what Beterbiev was good at.
That's also true.
Boxing and physicality. So if he gets out there and has a fast start on Beterbiev, he could be Beterbiev, and I wouldn't even be surprised.
Yeah. But I just think right now, because Beterbiev has been bodying the fuck out of people, lately, and it's just like.
Definitely. Like Beterbiev might be just too powerful for him. Like, you see when he did the Joe Smith, and Joe Smith has a chin.
Right.
And put Bivol on Queer Street, so.
Exactly. So, and I hate to be the punch police, or the triangle theory, or if Joe Smith could hurt Bivol, but Bivol could hurt Beterbiev, is it possible Beterbiev could hurt? Nah, just fuck it. Like, I think Beterbiev could hurt this motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, either way, like, that's the fight to make. So hopefully in 2023, that's the fight they get made. And then Zurdo, it's like, yeah, just Oscar. He's gonna have to be rebuilt.
Don't we got a poll for that fight?
We sure do.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Right. Ring gang. We got to know about this. We got to know what the people think, because Ring gang. We are the people. We're for the people. So we had to ask about Bivol Better Beef and if it will happen before everybody's most wanted and favorite two fighters fight. A BLK representative. And which fight will we get first? Spence Crawford or Bivol Better Beef? We got 16 votes so far. Keep voting. And 88% said Bivol Better Beef. So, it wasn't even close. It was a knockout, like what Better Beef and Bivol will be.
Damn, I can't argue there. I mean, I voted for damn Better Beef and Bivol because that just seems more realistic than Crawford and his.
Yes, yeah. All this nonsense. Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. The nonsense between with Crawford and Spence right now is just like, yeah. Like, I mean, yeah, it's got, the nonsense is so great. It doesn't even feel like a real fight, even though it's the fight to make. But that's for a whole nother time and rant. But overall, that was. I mean, overall, Eddie. Eddie did deliver with that card. So it's like and it's funny thing too. It's funny that it says Bivol, like Eddie's the best promoter in the world, but Eddie was the one that tried to have his zero took by Canelo and his belt took.
Yeah, and now he's taking pictures with him. And now he's taking pictures with him. Like, it's all we're doing it.
Yeah,
but Bivol's loving the payday, so
somebody got to turn this company around. Like, all he has is Bivol and Katie Taylor.
Yeah,
remember Joshua lost. Damn, Canelo lost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody got
to. Yeah, he definitely needs that, and it's just like I guess it's a respect because it's like hey,
so ain't Kid Galahad lose again?
We don't give a fuck about Kid Galahad.
Yeah, I think he lost. Was it the Kiko or I forgot? He lost recently, like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could have sworn he lost again.
Let me double check that.
Is it a loss if nobody watched?
No,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did lose. Right.
Yeah, he lost to Maxi. Maxi, he was my fault.
Yeah, he did lose. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you got mad niggas losing over there. So,
well, we don't want to see. We don't need to see fucking Kid Galahad again. No, lost to Kiko, lost to Maxi Pad. I don't give a fuck about Kiko.
Be Kurt Cobain's, it don't matter. Fuck it.
But yeah, no. But it was a good card nonetheless, though, and